I think as far as where we left off, we just finished a flashpoint, and I know there was one contract I didn't do in here. It's only one skull one. I may slum it for a little while and do some really easy missions. Give me some opportunity to get some of my B team some experience. I did start work on some of my mechs. One thing I really did want to pick up here, although I probably shouldn't because I can't afford it, it's in the black market. Well, first off, we should look at mech parts. See if there's anything we can assemble as far as a heavy mech or something like that. So we do have a Marauder here. We do have one part already. There are 2 parts, but we'd still need 4 total more. So that's not likely, especially considering it's almost $1 million per part. Oh, hello there. I think that may be the first time I'm seeing the Inferno missiles. This is one of the things that was added in with the DLC. So it takes up 2 slots and it weighs 3 tons. Looks like it only fires 2 missiles. They do 4 damage total, but I'm assuming that it does like 10 heat. Now, is that much better than a flamer? I'm not sure it is. Do I have it? Do I have any flamers in my... Also, we should probably go through and sell stuff anyway because of the amount of money that we have. Maybe we can help ourselves out by selling some things. So, probably a good idea to look through this stuff anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and look through and see if there's anything I would really very much like to sell. Yeah, so flamers do 10 heat, do 5 damage. So a flamer is actually way better. Why would I ever want to do that Inferno missile thing? It seems like a bad deal. It's 3 times the weight. I'm assuming you still need ammunition, which would probably be another ton. So technically it's 4 times the weight. Does less damage and less heat. Well, same amount of heat. I guess the one advantage you have is that you have as many shots as you have ammunition. I guess that would be your advantage. Alright. In any case, we have a lot of large lasers. I'll go ahead and sell some of those. Let's say we sell 4. Minimum. I'll think about if we want to sell more than that, but 57,000, that doesn't hurt us too bad. We've got a lot of special large lasers as well, so I may sell more of those. LRM-5s, I'm not very likely to use a lot of these, so I'm actually going to sell pretty aggressively here because we need the money. So I'm going to sell 6 of them and keep 5. And again, we have special LRM-5s that I'm not using. LRM-10s we may use a little bit more of. But again, we have a lot of special ones, so in this case, again, I'm going to sell aggressively. I'll sell 5 of them. We really need to raise capital here. And I've been sitting on a lot of this stuff for probably far too long. We have a decent number of LRM-20s, but I'm going to walk away from that for now. We have a lot of medium lasers. I do use these pretty regularly, as they are a fairly common weapon, but let's sell down. We have 41. Let's sell down to at least 30. And then I'll think about beyond that, because again, we have special lasers as well. We have a medium pulse laser, 9 PPCs. Those we should probably, well, you know, again, I don't know if I'm ever going to use that many, so let's sell 4 of them. Small lasers, we have 8. That we should probably hold on to. Snub-nosed PPC, we're definitely holding on to. SRM-6s, or SRM-2s, I probably won't use too much of. I'll sell 2 of these. SRM-4s, we have 7 of. SRM-6s, we have a lot of. I'm going to go ahead and sell some of those. Even though I like SRM-6s, we don't by any means need that many. I'm going to sell 7 of them. We have the tag, which I may or may not ever use. Some arm mods and other stuff. I mean, these aren't even worth selling because they're special, but they don't give me any value. Not really. Okay, well, we get some money out of that. Let's get back onto what I was talking about, though, here. So, with the Infernos... Oh, no. You don't buy ammunition. So all you're really benefiting yourself with here is extra range, which is that equivalent to, yeah, it's equivalent to a normal SRM. You get better range and you get twice as many shots as you would with a flamer. But in theory, you could have many more flamers than you could have infernos. So I'm not really sure if this is a super valuable thing or not. I mean, for a meme build, maybe. Because you could put multiple of these things on. Let's say you have a mech that has a lot of missile slots. But at the same token, you could... This weighs exactly the same as an SRM-6. And SRM-6s do a lot of damage. I think I'd rather have damage than heat any day. Because what's the best you get out of this? You shut down a mech? Yeah. Well, I guess you could get ammo explosions and stuff, but those are fairly rare. I don't know. Maybe there's a case for it. I would really have to look at mechs too. Like, maybe a lighter mech that has a lot of missile slots. Like, I don't know how many missile slots a Javelin would have. But let's say it had 4. And you had 4 of these things. I mean, that would probably be worth it. But it'd have to be something like that, where you have 4 or more of these guys. Anything else, I think, is a waste. And that would be totally for, like, a meme build. I don't know if a light mech would even be able to do this. I don't see the point in this. It's interesting to have it here, but this doesn't work at all like it would in the tabletop game. Really, the tabletop game, you just use a normal SRM system and you'd load it with Inferno ammo. So I kind of expected that would be the way it would work, but instead they did it this way, which is just weird. Alright, so anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the black market and see if there's any mech parts that would help us out. So most of these are assault class mechs. Yeah, no heavy mechs whatsoever. But the one thing that I thought was very interesting, we do have an AC-20 that's pretty darn good. But we're not really using AC-20s too much. Large laser's pretty decent, but the cost we have to consider. The thing that I'm really tempted by... Oh, actually, this is pretty tempting. And that would be 20X. With a reduced tonnage, so it's down to 12 tons. And that does 120 damage if it lands with all of them, which is the equivalent of this. Up here, even with the extra damage. Then what was the other bonuses it had? It had +4 stability damage. So it does a total of, what, 84? Which is, how much would this do? It also has stability increase. Yeah, so it's way more stability damage. Way more... Oh, well, the same overall damage. And it's significantly lighter. Heat is 20. That's actually less as well. Less heat. So this is pretty good if we wanted to pick it up. I just want to look around and see what else we got here. So this guy here does... I mean, some of these weapons seemingly are, like, almost quasi-broken on how good they are. Because this only weighs 5 tons. But it does 72 damage at the cost of 2 heat. That's crazy. So it's the weight of a large laser, but it does almost twice as much damage. See, this is why I'm broke. Because some of these weapons, I see them and I'm like, how do you not buy this? Well, the one thing that I was really interested in, though, was this snub-nose PPC at +10 damage. Because +10 damage makes this thing do 125 damage. Which is pretty crazy. But it's also very expensive. We also have a UAC-20 with +20 damage. Holy crap. So this thing does 240 damage if it lands. And 80 stability damage. And it's -3 tons. It's very expensive, though. This seems like it's really worth it, though. That's crazy amounts of damage. Alright, what else we got? Rangefinder. Yeah, these are too expensive. Alright, so there's a lot of things here that would be awesome to buy. I don't have a lot of money, and this is why I'm so tempted. I would like that snub-nose PPC. The UAC-20 would be amazing because, I mean, that's crazy amounts of damage. 240 damage with one weapon that's only 12 tons. That's seriously just insane. And then also the LB-20X, which did 120 damage, but it did like crap, like an insane amount of stability damage. Yeah, like 84, which is, it's only slightly better than this. So if I were to pick between the two, this is the more valuable, especially as it uses normal autocannon ammo. I wouldn't have to buy something special, which I'm not even sure how available LBX-20 ammo is. So, yeah. There's a lot of choices here, but these are definitely some really good weapon systems. And then we saw some other ones that were really good too, which was... maybe it's just those three, right? But there's still three, and if we added up the cost of these things, it's pretty much more money than I probably have, even though I just sold a bunch of stuff. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this one. But let me take a look at the normal store and see how available... Okay, so this ammo is available, and it's unlimited, so we could buy as much of it as we wanted if we were so inclined to do so. Okay, I mean... So there's a lot of good things here. I'd say the big advantage that the LB-20X has is it's fairly cheap, comparatively speaking, but still really darn good. Yeah. So that wouldn't be bad, but this is crazy. This one here. Not only does it have plus 20 damage, it has minus 3 tons, which just makes it from a damage per ton perspective pretty insane. Because you're pretty much getting 20 damage per ton. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, that's that's enough of me rambling about all this stuff. Really good weapons here, but it would pretty much put me in the same kind of doghouse that I've been in of funding. So I do have to consider that. All right, so let's get on to what we really want to do here. So first off, I've been giving it some thought, and I think I'm not going to use this big steel claw thing. I should check to see if I have any mechs to sell, but this thing I'm just going to send down to storage, and I'm going to take all these weapon systems, and the dragon is being worked on, right? I don't remember what I'm doing with this, but we might want to take one of these flamers and put it in the dragon. Although I think I have plus damage. Which I don't know. I might like that better than the plus heat. Not really sure. In any case, I'm just going to send this down to storage, and I'm probably going to sell it too, because I don't think I'm going to use this crap. It would not be a bad mech to have earlier on in the game, but some of the systems in here I definitely want, especially the exchanger. This will be good for us later. So yeah, I'm just going to send this down to storage. Okay, yeah. All right, let me go ahead and take a real quick look at the store again, just one more time. See if we have any mechs to sell. Just the big steel claw, which would only give us 450,000, but it would allow us to buy one of those weapons and not really have to worry about it too much. So I'm not sure I'm going to make those decisions just yet. Let's do the one contract that is here, which is just a one skull contract. It's a battle in Lowlands. I don't expect there's going to be a lot going on with that. So let's get our pilots ready. So we want to use our B team so we can get some experience into them. They won't get a lot of experience, but every little bit helps. And our A team is pretty much to the point where they are where I would like them. So Truck is fairly valuable for us to use, as she is our backup scout. We don't really have another scout on our roster, so we need to start getting her leveled up. So I would like to just give her gunnery and gut skill. Just kind of divide those two, and then we'll go from there. So she's ready to go.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Yellow Jacket's another pilot that we are really far behind on, and she's kind of a developmental pilot, but I'm not sure she's getting more experience. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. So if she gets no more experience than 4,430, then we need to start putting her in missions like this. But until I have that confirmed, I'm just gonna sit on her. All right, so our other pilot that we want to level up is Crackshot here, who is our backup support pilot. And we're probably saving up for this last thing, which would give her the cold shot mastery. So either that or we're looking for the overheat threshold, but that's all the way over here. So I think we should just save up for that. So nothing we're going to do with her right now. And then it's between Drake and Bajera. I think Bajera has been our... Well, neither one of them have enough experience to spend anyway. So I think that's what we're going to have. So it's going to be Truck. It's going to be Crack Shot. It's going to be Legend. And then I guess we'd have to use probably Drake as well, because I don't think we really need to use my own pilot. So yeah, let's go with that. And Drake didn't have any. Yeah, okay, good. All right, so now that we have all that figured out, what mechs are we going to use though? Because that might determine what pilots I have. So I did repairs and other stuff since our flashpoint. So we do have a fire starter that's ready to go. We still have our trebuchet, so that's fine. Our main frontline mech is out of action, as is our hit and run mech. But we have the Vindicator we can use and the Enforcer we can use in kind of the brawling frontline style. I don't think we set up any other mech for that. Not really. I think most of these mechs have been set up to be support mechs. I don't know why I have 3 support mechs set up. Kind of a bit of a waste. We need more depth in the in that frontline role, definitely. All right, well we kind of figured it out. Let's go ahead and sign into that contract. 1 skull mission. We'll have more than enough to do that. So yeah, let's go ahead, negotiate. I don't think we're going to get very good salvage out of this one, so I'm going to push more for money. I would like to at least have 1 pick though, if I could, in case we get something cool. Then again, how much money would I make if I did that? Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. Get a little bit of reputation for the Capellans as well. Now I could push for more reputation. Question is, how much would I have to sacrifice to do that? Yeah, we need the money more than we need the reputation, so... Yeah, I'm kind of convinced we're not going to get good salvage out of this. So, an extra 100,000. Whatever we salvage is not going to be worth 100,000. Not in this game. And MechWarrior 5, definitely, but not in this game. So, yeah, I'm just going to take not very much salvage. We don't get a pick, which might be unfortunate, but it's just going to have to be how it is. Alright, throw my pilot aside. So we have to set up our lance entirely. So I'm going to grab the fire starter. There. We want the Vindicator. And the Enforcer. And then the Trebuchet. Okay, and now let's just put our pilots in. So Crackshot goes there. Jera probably doesn't matter. I'll go in the Vindicator. We need Drake in the Enforcer, and then finally Truck in the Firestarter. All right, good to go. Let's deploy. So yeah, I'm probably going to buy at least one of those weapon systems. I'm just going to have to decide on what I'm going to buy. The tricky problem we have is really none of them will be usable necessarily right now. This is more like for the future. In that case, I'm kind of leaning towards the UAC-2 and the PPC, the Snub-Nosed PPC. Because I think, like, for example, if we got a Warhammer or a Marauder, Snub-Nosed PPCs would be really great. Because they're lighter than normal PPCs, and those are mechs that already have PPCs. So that would be a really easy thing to swap out and not really have too much that we'd have to think about. All right, let's go ahead and begin the mission. So, like, for example, the Marauder. I think I already have a UAC-5. This is the area where the pirate units were spotted. Move forward until you make contact and clear them out. Good hunting, Commander. So, we swap out the PPCs for Snub-Nosed PPCs, and then we swap out the AC-5 for a UAC-5. We probably have like a ton or so left over. So, that'd be a really easy switch out. Alright, I'm just going to move somewhat aggressively here with our frontline pilots. Just get them set up. You know.
Jumping.
The Vindicator has to get relatively close to be effective anyway. The Enforcer can do a little bit of sniping, if I remember that setup correctly. Can you just do a normal move? No, you have to sprint. Alright, we'll put you into the woods in behind this ridge. And then the fire starter. I would like to get contact. I just don't know if I can. Not this turn, probably. So I'm going to go ahead and sprint to there. If we get that contact, we get that contact, but I don't think it's going to happen. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and have the Enforcer. So you have an ER large laser and an LB5X. Okay. Guess I'll go ahead and sprint or jump into the woods here. This rock will probably block line of sight. But this is a pretty good defensible position for us. And there we go, we got our sensor lock. Also jump with you. Again, this rock might block some line of sight. But this isn't probably a bad position.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and have the trebuchet sprint to there. Probably a little more forward than I'd like. But oh, I can't get into the woods, huh? About a sprint. Gonna get anywhere? Yeah, I like this spot right here. In behind this rock, potentially blocking line of sight, and we get really good evasion and get some cover. I like it.
Confirmed.
Yeah, that might block line of sight. It's hard to say sometimes, depending on the enemy position, because they might only have to come over here to, like, see beyond it. Okay, we got ourselves a flea. That's half armor. We have 60% damage reduction, so even if that had landed, it wouldn't have done a lot of damage. Fleas will be hard to hit, though. That's where the fire starter is going to come in, because I don't think the flea's any harder to hit for the fire starter. But in this case, let's just go ahead and reserve and wait. They may have LRMs and stuff, but I expect these to be all, like, light mechs. That's probably a commando. I don't think there is any other 25-ton mechs. Once it gets to, like, 30 tons and 20 tons, there's more choices, but 25 tons, there's literally a commando, and that's it. I don't think there's anything else. That was 20 tons, right? So that's probably one of those Locust, a 1M variant. Yeah, more than likely. More than likely. Let's go ahead and reserve one more time, just to make sure there's no more enemy. Alright. So the fire starter is going to come in and try and soften up the flea here. We still have less chance to hit the flea because of the flea's abilities, but this will help burn down some of that evasion, and we could always use the precision strike to try and give us more accuracy as well. Let's just go ahead and go for the leg and try and knock it down, making it easier for everybody in the future.
Fire and everything.
Okay, we got the leg. Well, pretty much everything on that left side just got taken out.
I'm guessing you didn't like that, did ya?
Okay, so far so good. So, a Javelin and what I'm assuming is a Locust 1M.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I'll go ahead and jump over here. Actually, let's start with Bajera, because she might be more limited in what she can do. Yeah, she can only target one opponent. I'm gonna go ahead and have her jump here, because I want her to be able to cover me from this flank. But she can also smack the flea and just finish it off, because that's all she really can do this turn. Alright, this is probably super overkill, but let's just guarantee this guy dies. Because he'll be a nuisance in the future. Just from the fact, harder to hit.
Target neutralized.
Okay. So it wasn't a bad little start.
I hear ya.
Oh, yeah. Your character did alright. Alright, that gives us the clear vision, I guess, I'm looking for. Not going to be a great shot, but it is what it is. Oh, wow, we actually did alright there. Managing to knock out, well, an SRM explosion. Ammo explosion.
Commander?
We only have one target, so I'm just going to go ahead and lay into them with the LRMs here. Pretty low chance to hit, but...
Roger. Target confirmed.
Oh good, the bots are here already. I'll take care of that in a second.
Come on, mech warriors. It's go time.
I apologize, I just need to get rid of this nonsense. Oh, their turn's still going. Alright, never mind. I was trying to pause it and take care of the bot. Alright. Now let me take care of that. Goodbye. Alright. We got shot a little bit in the Vindicator. Not a big deal. Just the Commando. It's a Commando 1B. I kind of want to take out the Javelin before it gets a chance to go.
Yeah.
Might be tough to do that, but if we jump in on this side, that side's already taken damage. The only trick is going to be the fact that we might run pretty hot doing this, but I think we'll be okay. I don't think there's a reason for a cold shot here. Precision strike, that is. Oh, okay, never mind. We won't be okay. Alright. Is there a likelihood we kill this guy? Maybe.
Lock in target.
I thought it was fairly good.
Took him down.
Alright. They're in love with the Vindicator. Okay, so... unless there's reinforcements, this mission probably won't last much longer. The Locust has no evasion. Commando only has 2.
Waiting for orders.
In this case, I think I'm going to do a split shot here. I just want to try and burn down a little bit of the Commando's evasion here. So you're going to be A, primary attack. You're going to be B, and we'll go ahead and do that to try and burn down a little bit of that evasion. So follow-up attacks will maybe be able to take him out. This Locust might not survive this. It's half armor, and Locust 1Ms don't have much armor to begin with. So
Copy that, Commander.
yeah, he's dead. Ammo explosion took him out. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Just have you walk forward because I'm a little concerned about your heat if I were to jump you. And I also don't expect this Commando to survive this attack. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do precision strike. Make sure it's nice and accurate. Go center torso. Try and finish him off quickly. Yeah. Nice and easy. And so unless there's reinforcements, we're already done with this mission. Alright, we are done with the mission.
Mission successful.
Nice and easy, but this is a really easy mission for us. We mostly just did it for the money, and really, honestly, it was not a bad payday. We got 400,000 for such a low difficulty mission. I'll take that. I don't think we're actually being paid that much for even higher difficulty missions, but that's because we're taking salvage. In this case, I didn't, because I don't think the salvage was going to be all that good. Okay, nobody got injured. We all get 1,000 experience. That's great. We are getting our salvage here just pre-assigned to us. Or did we miss out on anything? Doesn't look like we did. I can't scroll this, so I really can't see, but I can see the weapon systems. Wasn't going to be anything all that great. So the main thing we did get is a mech part there. If we'd gotten the Locust 1M, it would have been something we could have sold, so that would have been beneficial to us, but that is what that is. Let's go ahead and continue. Okay, well that at least helps me justify purchasing one of these weapon systems. I think I'm gonna not do the LBX, the LB20X, just because although it's the cheapest, I'd also have to buy specialized ammo for it. Whereas the UC-20 just uses the same autocannon ammo that a standard autocannon uses. It just needs twice as much. So I think that's the plan we're gonna go with. The black market. I will also buy the snub-nosed PPC though, because I think this is really good. Yeah, the one that has plus 10 damage for sure. Because that's 125 damage here for 6 tons. A lot of heap on some mechs. I think we can make it work. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and buy this.
New weapons.
And then we also buy the UAC-20 because I think this is just too good to pass on. Minus 3 tons, but plus 20 damage. That's crazy. I'd actually have to think about it, but 20 damage per ton, I don't know if there's any other weapon that would even approach that. So we just have to consider that there's also ammunition that we would have to feed this thing, and it fires twice as much ammo as a typical AC-20 would. So that is definitely a factor, but I think this is well worth buying, even though it's very expensive.
New weapon systems available.
Okay, so we made our decision there, and as a result, I am going to sell the big steel claw for 450,000 to try and recoup some of the costs we just spent there. I don't think we're going to use this mech. It's an interesting mech, and it is a special, rare mech, but as I said, I don't think we're going to use it, so goodbye. We need the money more than we need the trophy. Our morale's doing really good. We're at 48, so we're almost maxed out, so we can probably cut costs there as well as far as future monthly expenditures. Matter of fact, I might just from here on out spend less money. Okay, well, though we've done everything in this planet that we could do. We have 19 days until our next financial report. Now, if we take a look at the star map, there is another flashpoint fairly close by, I think, right here, that we were thinking about doing. It expires in 119 days, which gives us plenty of time to get there. And then I think the game plan is, unless another flashpoint showed up, there's one here. That's also 3 skulls. It's for the Capellans against pirates. That actually makes me want to do it more than the other one, because we're trying to get an alliance with the Capellans, and we're getting kind of close, and flashpoints tend to give you much more reputation than really any other method that you could use. But let's see what this says. House Liao requires your assistance in the dismantling of a prominent crime syndicate. Working in concert with Capellan ground forces, you will capture the OpForce personnel and seize their financial assets. I don't know if I've done this one or not. Doesn't sound familiar, but it's possible I've done that contract before. And then this one over here, this is for the Free Worlds League. And meet me at the specified location and come quick. My family needs your help. I don't know if I've done this one either. It's a short one, so it should only be a couple missions. You do have consecutive deployment, so we will have to be prepared for that. There are no restrictions, though. And our bonus reward is going to be some rare items. What is the setup for that other one? So, uncommon weapon. Okay, so that could be something really good. And then we have medium length, so that's a little bit longer, probably 3 missions. And then we also have another consecutive deployment. But we have more time on this one, 149 days versus 119. So I am tempted to go over there. We're only 26 days away from there, and we are 23 days away from there. Okay. We do have a travel contract, which gets us somewhat closer. And because it's a travel contract, our transportation would be paid, which is nice. Let me take a look real quick at that star map, though, and see what the situation is on that particular system, like what difficulty we'd expect. 2 skulls. Okay, so that's a little lower on difficulty than we're kind of looking for, but we kind of need to pay bills, so I think I might do that anyway. So we do have 2 paid contracts. I think they go to the same location. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's also 23 days away. So, yeah, okay. I think we'd probably take the one that is definitely higher pay here. It's also higher difficulty, so we might get better salvage here. Not as good on the salvage department as the other one, but like 3 times the pay pretty much. So, yeah. Lunar and lunar. So this planet might be tough from the standpoint of heat, but I think we can manage it. So let's go ahead and negotiate. So it's a capture-based mission, which isn't necessarily a bad mission type to take. Because salvage isn't going to necessarily be as good for a 2-skull mission as a 3-skull, which is kind of where you'd start getting more heavy mechs. It's potentially we have a heavy mech, but not as likely. I think I'm only going to take 1 salvage choice here. I'm going to go down on the salvage just because I want the money at this point. I mean, we get quite a bit of increase in cash here, so yeah, I think that's the path we're going to take. And because we're doing this, we don't have to pay for our travel either, which is nice. So let's go ahead and do that. Accept that contract, which will immediately jump us out of system, so it's good you wrap up all your business first. we'll get our modifications and repairs done here. Our engineering bay will finish something soon. I don't remember what it is. Actually, we might not have our engineering bay working on anything. It's quite possible I forgot, and I don't know how long it's been. Let me take a look.
Happy to be here.
So the only thing we really have left outside of the Gamma Pod, which is really expensive and we couldn't afford, we have the thrusters, which we do need this for. This is fairly cheap. And then we have this guy here, which is slightly more expensive, but it gives us more tech points so we get work done faster. And there are some things for the machine shop events that come up. And then we have these things for morale, but we're almost capped out in morale. So I'm not sure I'm really inclined to get those. I don't know if these are benefited from events or not. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the structural component because I think moving around space faster would probably be a good priority for us to aim for. And it's also fairly cheap, so we'll go for that.
The team on it right away.
Although it will drop us down below 2 million. I think we'll be fine, though. Let's just hope there's a decent number of contracts in the system so we can really rack up some cash. Okay. It'll take some time for that to be done. We will have another financial report, but as I've said, we're very close to maxing out morale. So from here on out, I'm not going to be paying as high costs for our financial costs. Just do standard. Because we might get that morale through events, and we could always buy those couple morale boosting engineering things as well, so I don't think there's really a point in spending more money at this stage. But really, more events, because you can even get 2 morale in an event. Alright, let's see what we got. After receiving a troubling message from Yang, you rush down to the mech bay. Yang pushes between a mob of mech warriors and mech techs entangled in a shoving match at the trebuchet's feet. A message welded into the trebuchet's torso reads, "No techs, no mechs." Wait, what? So are the techs going on strike here? You depend on us. A scrawny mech tech with a black eye shoves a wrench at the mech jockeys to emphasize every word. We deserve respect, and that means a raise. I'll give you what you deserve. Leo rushes forward, but Brunswick and Yang pull him back from the tech. We're the ones risking our necks. Yang raises his voice before anyone else can comment. Show your traps, all of you. How do you want to handle this, boss? Alright, so leave the discipline to Darius. Discipline the mech techs. Agree to set aside some funds to the mech techs, which cost 500,000, or allocate your year-end bonuses for both mech techs and mech warriors, which costs $1 million. Well, we're really low on cash, so guess what? You're getting disciplined, motherfuckers. Which gives us a penalty on tech points, but I don't know if I really care. You know, you're not wrong. You approach the mech techs, taking a deep breath. We do depend on you. You bend down and pick up a scorched remnant of the trebuchet's center torso. It crumbles between your fingers. And that's alarming, given that what I've seen here today. It's one thing to voice your dissent, but your antics have endangered our pilots and cost this company who knows how much. If you learn to air your grievances like professionals, you could stand to earn a lot more. The techs grumble. So they return to their stations. Leo gloats. Some of the mech techs don't bother hiding their disdain for you and Leo, glaring openly. Later that night, Yang brings a bottle of whiskey to your quarters. The mech techs are dragging their feet, but they'll snap out of it. Give them a month to gripe, and they'll get tired of yapping and get back to work. He fills your glasses. The two of you share a drink in silence. So, Leo's in high spirits for 30 days, which will matter once we get into system. Although I'm not sure if I'm going to be using him or not. We'll see. And we have -3 tech points for 30 days. But I don't really care. It's probably not going to be that big of a deal, especially as we have 6 days that we're going to be traveling, and then probably another 20 plus next time we go anywhere. So it might hurt us a little bit, but we're fairly upgraded. It's not going to be that big of a deal. And it didn't cost me any money, so hey, there you go. One way to think about it, I guess.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Okay, so we did spend quite a bit of money, but we're now going to put it on normal funding. So cash is tight, for sure, but hopefully we'll make some good money in this upcoming system, and we'll be fine.
Our nest egg is just about
Yeah,
gone.
yeah, I know. Darius is such a nag. Okay. We arrived. I'm gonna say not yet. We've got this contract ready to go, but I want to just peek at things real quick. So store. We do have an archer part here. We could buy a crab, but nah. That's something I would take if we got it salvaged, and I might even just sell it. There's another marauder bit here. I would really like a marauder if I can get it, but we only have one part right now, and we don't have much money, so... And it looks like that's about it. I mean, there's a Vulcan part here, but yeah. So really, we could assemble a crab if we wanted to, but that's not really on the priority list right now. Alright, let's see if there's any cool systems. No. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and just buy that right now.
New weapon systems.
It's only 33,000, so that's not a big deal. Let's go to the black market, see what we got there. Okay, Atlas, Atlas, awesome, awesome, awesome. Banshee, 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 Battlemaster, Hatchetman. Yeah, all this stuff is like pretty much Assault Classic except for a couple mechs, so not really all that exciting. These things are way too expensive, although we have another ER small laser with plus 10 damage, so that is going to be a pretty high priority for me to get, because it'd make the Firestarter even crazier. So yeah, how much damage would that do? 40 damage, that's pretty good. We have another Inferno thing, but this one actually has some upgraded here. So plus 10 heat damage. Again, I don't know if these are worth it, especially considering the cost. What's the other M20? No. Plus 10 damage. No. Plus 4 damage, plus 2 stability damage. That's not bad necessarily, but nah. This is worth picking up. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy that right now as well.
New weapon systems
Alright.
available.
Then everything else I could take or leave. Yeah. Okay, that'll do it. So there's a couple systems in here that we would want, but we can't really afford right now. So it's up to us to potentially... I just want to see what contracts are here, because if we don't get very good contracts here, then we're screwed and we won't be able to buy those things. Which is fine, I guess. Okay, well, we actually have a fair amount of contracts here, and they're higher difficulty than I would have expected in this system, but within the realm of possibility. So we might be able to make the money we're looking for, especially if we aim for that with a lot of these contracts. Yeah, I think we'll be doing all right. Let's take a look real quick at our reputation. How far away are we from the Capellans and allying with them? Because I do remember doing a couple contracts that probably hurt our relationship with them. Maybe just one, but... So we're at 59, which is still the highest of all the different groups. Although we're about to do a mission for the Free Worlds League, which will probably bump them up. I still don't think we would match where we are with the Capellans, but we still have quite a while to go with them before we get them there. But we'll have at least a couple contracts where we can improve them. Now, some of these local contracts may hurt Capellan relations, so that might be a give and take here. But we need the money enough that I'm not really going to worry about it too much. All right, let me go ahead and take a look at our mech warriors now. Make sure that they are leveled up where possible. So I can use Leo and use his high spirits to really benefit us, but let's see what else we got here. So Bajera is leveled up enough now that we could at least level something. What that would be, I don't know. Probably I would prefer to save up to get that overheat threshold though, so I'm going to wait for that. We only need 2,400 left. Another thing I'd like to take a look at.
Commander?
Okay, so Yellow Jacket is continuing to take experience, so while that's the case, we're not going to do anything with her. We're not going to put her in missions or anything. Because she's probably the only one that doesn't have enough experience to really...
Reporting.
I mean, she's still getting stuff from the simulator, where many of my higher level pilots are probably not. So, okay. Well, in any case, yeah, you're going to save.
Waiting for orders.
Crack shot, we were looking for the Cold Shot Mastery, which we have now just gotten.
Mech warrior training complete.
Good
Drake
to go.
still can't afford anything.
Yes, Commander.
And Truck really can't afford anything either. Alright. Now that we have all that figured out, let's go ahead and go into the contract we already negotiated for. Launch that. Okay. Oh, it's the babysitting mission. I probably should have read the description. Whoops. What's the best mech to bring into this one? Because this is a little on the high side for difficulty, considering that our allies are all light mechs that are very unskilled pilots. So probably bringing in one of our better pilots would be a good call. The question is, did I have experience in Leo that I could have used? Probably. Let me just double check that.
What's up, boss?
Oh, okay. I'm probably saving a little bit here. Yeah, probably for this. Okay. Part of me says use Leo here and put him in the trebuchet and use him to use that, support for these guys. As a trebuchet does pretty damn good damage. I mean, what's its firepower at? 200. Now, we do have mechs that have better firepower than that and could tank for us. Like, for example, the Dragon. It gets up to 208. Now, granted, I think 20 of that is the Flamers. So, there's that. And then the other possibility is using the Shadowhawk, which we know is the highest damage output mech we have at 233. The one thing is the trebuchet would be able to put up more sustained firepower as well, because Shadowhawk is just going to overheat. Dragon probably not so much. So, yeah. I'd say it's probably between the trebuchet and the Dragon. So, in this case, I think we just use Leo, and we put the trebuchet in there. Maybe this isn't the best call, but it's what I got. Okay. The one thing that might be tricky problem for us is whether or not these guys can establish a line of sight for us. Because if they don't establish it, then our mech can't do anything. And that would be one of the reasons why I might want to go with like a different mech that I could be more aggressive with and kind of push the action. But I'll give it a try. Let's see how it goes. Well, I don't really have a way to make this drop be better. The best I could do would be put the Dragon in, which would only be 60 tons. So, yeah, this mission might be really difficult for us. I think in the past when we did this, it was a much lower difficulty rating. So I expect this to be more difficult. Now, this is Iron Man mode, so if I made the wrong call, well, we're going to have to live with it. I think this is at least the third time we've babysit these guys, so the fact that they are still needing this treatment is unfortunate. Hey, Jason.
Command interface initiated.
So far, so good. We got stuck with this mission where you have the wet behind the ear guys. I'm not actually going to read through this because we've done this mission so many times. But more or less, we have to go up and I think it's a capture base mission, but you're stuck with 3 very inexperienced pilots and really crappy mechs. Yeah. Okay. So we do want to establish a line of sight at some point, but the real problem is we don't want to go too fast because then the urban mech will be left behind. So I'm just gonna walk with the other 2 mechs so it doesn't get left behind, hopefully.
Rolling.
then we'll sprint with it, which should allow it to at least keep pace as long as it's going along the road.
10-4.
I'm curious if I can get up on top of this ridge if I go this way. Go up here. Maybe get a little bit of a height advantage. I'll give it a go. I mean, I guess if it doesn't work out, we could always come back, but it really just depends on whether we can go up this slope right here. Okay, so again, we're gonna just walk until...
I copy.
Alright, speed that up.
Onward.
But you will sprint. Try and keep pace. Alright, looks like we can go up, which is good.
Moving to position.
Trebuchet might actually get contact first, depending. Okay, again, just normal walk here.
Roger that.
There we go. There's the base up ahead. Looks like our employer wasn't kidding. It's empty. Alright, so on and so forth. Engine signatures. Alright, yeah. There's enemies. Oh no. Let's actually have the Panther sprint because it's a little further behind. Unless, of course, we use a jump. Yeah, let's do a jump.
Confirmed.
You know, might not be a bad idea to jump the urban mech up here and start coming along this ridge with it. Or we just sprint it forward. I'm a little worried that we won't establish line of sight until way late, so... Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump it up on this ridge, and it'll probably take several turns for it to get anywhere, because, you know, it is... it is an urban mech after all. So there should be engine signatures over here, they said. Now, granted, the fact that I don't have sensor contact yet, I find somewhat weird. I'm just gonna move up slightly. I mean, we can kind of take our time with this mission, I think.
Moving out.
Alright. Let's have you just sprint on over.
I'm walking.
You're gonna have to jump because of where I jumped you. You should be able to run after that point, though. Alright, I really don't want the trebuchet to lead, so I'm just actually gonna just wait right now. Because we're pretty much where I wanted to be. Alright, just gonna walk the commando up that way.
On my way.
Oh, we still haven't contacted them. Yeah, let's just sprint. I'll sprint to here.
Acknowledged.
You sprint up here.
Order acknowledged.
Location confirmed.
Alright.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Hostile on
There.
site.
Alright, there they are. I guess they didn't spawn in yet. Oh my. We got at least one heavy, one light, and one medium. Okay. Well, they might be able to see me fairly soon. Because this is more than likely commando. We'll have to see what it can see. I'm hoping it's only these three mechs, because otherwise we're in trouble. Oh. Hello. I think I may have made a grave mistake on what mech I brought in.
I can't take much more of this. Good to go.
Yeah, we need to back off here. Oh, that guy already moved. What am I thinking? Alright, you
Yes, Commander.
help me out here. Burn off evasion.
Acknowledged.
Okay, at least you hit him. That's good. Every little bit helps. So this is a more scary version of the Hatchetmen.
Commando.
Have you move forward? Burn off some more evasion. I'm going to just use the urban mech as kind of a decoy here. It's going to be hard for me to keep these guys alive, I think. It's a quick draw. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, that's not as dangerous as it could be. Do we attack that instead because we have a 75% chance to hit it? I guess so.
Confirmed.
Yeah, that worked. The commando's probably not in a good position right now, so I think I'm just going to have it sprint up. Because we need to get in a position for next turn to help ourselves out here.
Got it. Run, don't shoot.
Yeah, and I got caught in a real bad position with the trebuchet. I'm going to try and back out here. And I guess we're going to attack the hatchetman because I don't really have... I guess if we do that, I can attack the quick draw. Well, let me take a look here. What is the better call? You have 760 armor, you have 640. I think the quick draw is the right call.
Commander?
Yeah, it's all going to be up to Leo, really. Yeah, that's a move I'm going to make. It's possible the trebuchet gets caught out a little bit. But I don't really have much choice here. Maybe we can clip that arm off. Oh, there's plenty of pressure here. Leo could die. Alright, the urban mech drew fire, which is actually what we wanted. What we wanted to have happen there. Alright, we will get the first move.
I'm ready.
Oh, a couple of these mechs have less armor. It looks like the urban mech came in with full armor. I have to be careful for heat. If I jump around too much, it might be a problem. I'm not really sure what the best call here is. I don't remember which pilots were good and which ones weren't. But I guess we just focus down the quick draw and hope for the best. There's a very high likelihood that one of these mechs takes serious damage. I think I'd prefer to keep the precision strikes and other stuff. Well, Leo probably can hit okay without them. Hatchman's a lot easier to hit here, so I'm kind of leaning towards it. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to go with the Panther first.
They will be done.
I wish the Panther had multi-strike, because I would hit both of these guys if I could. But yeah, I think in this case, we go ahead and move up. We just attack the Hatchetman. I know my original plan was to kill the quick draw, but I don't know if I can pull that off with some of these crappier... Or alternatively...
I'm here.
I can't get the small laser in there. Yeah, this is a tough call no matter what.
Commander?
Because the commander will really only be able to effectively attack the Hatchman, which is why I'm kind of thinking about attacking it. I'll go with that, even though I'm not sure it's the wisest move. We'll save the precision strike for the commando, because commando probably does the most damage out of all the mechs here. Okay, we got the lucky hit. That's kind of what we needed. Okay. Their commando came in, did a little bit of damage to us. Nothing to worry about, though, yet. Okay.
Yes,
Now the
Commander.
urban mech. Obviously, we don't want that Hatchman to come in and melee strike us. So... maybe I just stay where I am. All right, burn off the last of that evasion. Unfortunately, we missed. We really need the urban mech to land if we're going to have a chance here, but not really a whole lot I can do when they have so low gunnery skill. I'm also probably not going to be able to avoid the melee strike here, because I need to get as much accuracy as I can here to do the most damage. So the commando might go down if he goes in and does the melee strike. Not really a whole lot I can do about it, but we will use a precision strike here to get more accuracy. Just go center torso, try and knock him out.
Copy.
Okay. Because we did that, the hatchment's going to be delayed slightly.
Orders.
What I'd like to have happen here is be able to split shot, but also what I want to be able to do is just back off and get distance for the trebuchet so it is not a target.
I copy.
Commando might be able to come in and attack me. If that happens, that happens.
Taking the shot.
Okay, that actually really helped. Now, preferably we would have liked to take off the right arm.
That hit something good.
With patience, I think we'll be okay. It's just the question is, does the hatchman have the distance to get in there and melee strike the commando? Because if it does,
Commander.
this guy's probably gone. I don't think so, because I think we would have already gotten the I'm about to melee strike you animation. Ow.
Damn it.
Another head injury. That sucks. Alright. Well, we've got a full turn to get in here and start smacking them, so... I think we need to move the commando now, because if we don't, I can pretty much guarantee you that their commando is going to attack my commando and take him out. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the ridge here and try and prevent that. I'm probably going to precision strike the hatchetman because that's the guy we kind of want to take out right now.
Confirmed.
And we'll go after center torso again. Actually, you know what? Let's try and clip some weapons off. Let's go right torso here.
Confirmed.
Alright, so now the commando is going to have to pick a different target, which is going to be the trebuchet. We prefer that not be the case, but fortunately the thing missed, so we're good. Okay. Now if we
I'm receiving you.
go in and melee strike with the urban mech, we will knock that evasion completely off. I think in this case, though,
Standing by.
maybe we just go full on for the... I don't know.
Standing by.
We probably have an issue. This is one of those situations where I wish I could take a look at... we probably can. What the penalty is going on right now, because I think it's recoil. Yeah, so we're having recoil issues. So this is actually where that melee strike actually makes a lot of sense, because we'll burn off both points of evasion, but also we'll put ourselves into a position where next turn we won't have the recoil. So I think we go for this, and there's a likelihood we chop off, or we possibly even kill him maybe. Go urban mech. All right, we got what we were looking for. So the hatchman has been really definitely reduced in effectiveness. It may not have any active weapons. Okay, it has a couple SRM6s that are still active. As a result, I think we probably finish him.
On my way.
And then we'll let the trebuchet worry about everything else. Okay, we're going to overheat here. What's the worst that could happen with the overheat damage? We get the ammo explosion. Well, I think it's probably worth it, because if the PPC misses, we're screwed. So,
Punching all the buttons.
damn,
Watch my heat.
we didn't even get the kill
Taking
either.
damage.
That like really sucks.
Ready for orders.
Okay. So I think this is going to be a multi-target situation, and I'm going to try and take out that hatchman. But I'm also going to back off here. I'm going to use Vigilance to try and protect the Trebuchet, because we don't really want to take too much damage on it. If the Trebuchet survives, we're pretty much golden. So we'll do that. Multi-target. You are going to be A, you are going to be B, you are going to be C. B is going to be... I have faith that this one here is going to kill the hatchetman, so I'm going to go with B on the quick draw being the higher damage of the two. Hopefully this is the right call. It's going to heat us up quite a bit, but I did use Vigilance, right? No, I didn't. Okay. My bad. All right, so let's do that again. A, B, C, and B is going to be that. All right. Fingers crossed this kills the enemy, because we don't really want him to be able to... Oh, come on! Screw you, game! Let me guess, he has like 2 hit points left in his center torso. I can't really check it right now. Thankfully, he didn't do anything. Commander lost an arm. I guess it's not too...
We lost one of ours.
Well, yeah, he kept getting head hit. Which, frankly, was very unlucky for us. Well, as I said, we were unlikely to get all of those guys out, but that was kind of just bad luck. Extremely bad luck. 10 hit points. Yeah, screw you, game. That guy should be dead, and you know it. Alright, so the quick draw has no evasion. The commando has no evasion.
Yes, Commander.
Let's just start attacking the quick draw here. Do we really want to give our back, though, to that commando? Probably not. I mean, the commando's kind of a sitting duck right now, but let's focus on the big boys right now. Precision strike this guy? It doesn't really give us much accuracy. Let's just go for it. Yeah, see, that what we needed to land there landed, so... Alright, commando's gonna do its thing. Just attack the Panther. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Spread the damage out a little bit. Oh, come on! That's what? How many head hits now? This game is just trying to be a dick to me right now. Oh, I can't even fire the PPC. Alright. This is going to be a minimalistic turn, I guess. Probably going to do a melee strike on the commando next turn.
On my way.
Right now, I'm just going to fire the SRM-4 at the quick draw, see if we can do a little bit of work there.
Engaging.
Okay.
Standing by. Okay, we can get away with this. We're gonna go ahead and turn that to... Actually, no. Wrong one. That to B. And F it, I'll use Vigilance again. Which means I have to set this up again. A, B, C. And this is gonna be B. Alright, so Hatchman might go down this time. I mean, in theory, it should have gone down last time, but hopefully we get it this time. Okay, fire. Aye, aye.
Yeah, we're not really doing a good job of hurting that quick draw in a meaningful way. Finally, he's dead. Okay, so Panther's gonna melee attack the commando next turn. And we should get away with that because the quick draw is gonna go first. Okay.
Get him banged up pretty good.
Once more under the breach, dear friends.
Alright, so let's do this move first. Guess I'll go ahead and attack from that side. Try and punish the commando before it gets a chance to go. Okay, took out a leg. That's actually pretty good for us. That means that the commander won't be able to get out of this before we are able to possibly finish him. Although that being said...
Waiting for orders.
We'll do a melee attack here. Try and get our recoil. Actually, I say that. This is a fairly accurate shot. I say we just stay here and take it. We might be able to get away with more than one precision strike here, too. So, go with that. I guess I'll go left torso.
Acknowledge.
Oh, come on!